traffic congestion getting worse in most American cities.
A honk's the angriest sound a car can make.
The following show is best heard loud.
The only thing worse than talking too much is talking too loud.
Evidently, that is not what the neighbors hear.
I got naked in an airport.
We're so excited that you've made it for this.
I would never tax your tanning bed.
Does anyone besides me want Paris Hilton back?
Exactly what is there to complain about?
Comedy is very subjective.
I understand you're pretty funny as a DJ.
I'm doing comedy. I gotta do the radio. I overslept.
What's all the commotion?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
You're an emotional terrorist. That's what you are.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore.
I feel this show has reached a new low.
I just don't like it.
And you'd eventually move in together too soon because her parents co-signed on an apartment in the meatpacking district with not enough room for your records.
And everyone around him had lost hope.
Every time you bring a guest on this show, you exploit them and spread whatever the problems they have to the whole world.
Everybody has their own show.
Just about every creative meeting I've ever had with one of these idiots who's running the comedy department at any of the big networks, they always do this. What if he was, let's say, not divorced, not this.
What if it's not that, but it's Jaws? to fall in love with, or not in love, with a shark, a squid, a pebble, a policeman, or none or all of the above.
Showtime. Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. The Han Solo Star Wars spin-off has begun production. Disney announced Tuesday that shooting began at London's Pinewood Studios on Monday. To kick off the untitled Han Solo movie, the studio released a photo of the cast at the controls of the Millennium Falcon. Alden Ehrenreich plays a younger version of Harrison Ford's iconic smuggler and is seated amidst cast members including Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, and Donald Glover, who plays Lando Calrissian. Disney will release the film in May 2018. Tom Hanks is putting his love of vintage typewriters to good use. His collection of short stories will be published in October. Tom's book, Uncommon Type, Some Stories, features 17 stories, each in some way involving a different typewriter. Among the stories written by Hanks, who owns more than 100 typewriters, is one about an immigrant arriving in New York City. Another is about a bowler who becomes a celebrity. All of the stories were actually written on typewriters. Visiting angels are usually the way to go for seniors who need assisted living services, but maybe you want someone who's willing to shake things up a little bit and provide a little extra encouragement for, say, my dad, who shall I say is making me crazy and out of my mind with his outrageous demands all the time. I still love you, old boy. Introducing Visiting Hell's Angels.
Do you have a crotchety old relative who wants to stay in his home and not go to a nursing home?
You kids, get off my lawn!
Well, with that nasty attitude, you're gonna need some tough love. And for that, you'll need Visiting Hell's Angels.
Eat your dinner, then we're going for a walk. I'm not gonna eat that garbage! I'm sorry. Would you say? Brussels sprouts! I love them!
Our senior bikers are too old for drug dealing and bar fights, but they're not too old for your grumpy old senior.
I ain't swallowing them lousy pills! Well, I can put them in you another way. I'll go get some water.
And Visiting Hell's Angels will even take your senior to run errands.
Get me off of this thing!
Visiting Hell's Angels, Sturgis, South Dakota, or online at visitinghellsangels.com.
President Donald Trump declared antisemitism has got to stop. Of course, because if there's anyone we can trust to be a champion of religious tolerance, it's the dude who banned Muslims. Washington, D.C.'s National Zoo sent one of its giant pandas, Bao Bao, to work in China as a breeder. Just another case of American jobs being sent overseas. David Cassidy says he's suffering from dementia. Now even he keeps confusing himself with Donny Osmond. Angelina Jolie and her kids ate bugs on their trip to Cambodia. She could have saved a lot of time and money just by taking them to any Denny's in L.A. Lindsay Lohan says that she was religiously profiled at London's Heathrow Airport when she was wearing a headscarf which she was then told to remove. London authorities say that she wasn't profiled because of the scarf. They had many reasons to keep a close eye on Lindsay Lohan. UPS tested drone delivery this week, and just like an actual delivery person, the drone tossed the packages into the bushes. China, India, and the UK have all announced plans to boost their space exploration. In other words, they looked around this planet and thought, let's get the hell out of here. Time for Nobody Gives a At a recent performance, Aaron Carter, whoever that is, was attacked on stage by a member of his opening act. Police went easy on the man since being Aaron Carter's opening act is punishment enough. Hey, Aaron Carter, whoever you are, nobody gives a fuck. Cracker Barrel is opening its first California location just outside of Los Angeles because why should the rest of us hog all of the diabetes? Hey, Cracker Barrel, nobody gives a fuck. And police have put the value of Tom Brady's stolen Super Bowl jersey at $500,000. Obviously, that price seems a little, well, you know, inflated. Hey, Greg Brady, nobody gives a fuck. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo and his celebrity panel of guests, including the legendary Phil Esposito. Tuesdays and Thursdays, NSS Live.